I saw a house yesterday that I wanted to chat for a few minutes about. It was designed by an architect, and this is probably the most convoluted compound, just the strangest method of putting a roof on that I've run across in a couple of years. Whenever we talk about ventilation of an attic, we think about intake and exhaust. Well, this house had probably 6 dormers on the front with a large awning over the front door, which cut off a huge portion of one half of the side of the house. And the other side of the house didn't have any intake except for these little, I call them a bathroom vent fan thing, grate. They're like 10 inches long, 4 inches wide. And there was one every 8 feet, 10 feet, something like that. So there was very little intake. And then the ridge vent, you could barely stick your finger between the shingle and the top, the bottom of the ridge vent. So there was no intake, no exhaust, and there were so many obstructions that it's going to be really, really difficult to deal with this roof. And this thing is like 80 feet long. This is just a huge thing. And then you've got a 312 pitch. So, only little people can get into this attic. So here's my point of this. I'm going to be meeting a couple of specialists. One is a roofer who I really have a lot of trust in with their background knowledge and interest in doing the right thing for clients. And then I'm meeting a person who attic ventilation is all they do. I know a lot about attic ventilation, but this is somebody who this is all they do. So I'm going to get a team together, and that's what I wanted to encourage you to do, is when you run into something that is just really unusual, always have a network of people that you can call on that have specialty skills. You may be good at something, but you need to rub elbows sometimes with someone who's really good at something. Have a partnership with other people, because then they can depend on you for what you know. All right, Bob Bennett, Farsight Management. It's better use Farsight than hindsight.